panda. Ready? This is Xi'an. This is the fanciest shopping centre in Beijing. It's definitely the brightest and the sparkliest. It's like the Emporium in Melbourne. This place is absolutely amazing, but 40 years ago, before the country opened up, it never would have existed, with the average wage of a Chinese person back then being only about $190. That's since then, over the past 40 years, skyrocketed to 43 times what it was and is now sitting at $8,260 as of 2016. That's phenomenal. No other country in the world has been able to increase its average income that quickly. Professor Kirby is the last student of John Fairbank, and his latest novel, Can China Lead, is a bestseller across the country at the moment. We're here today at the sunny Redmond University, where we're sitting in on a guest lecture today given by Professor William Kirby, who is the chairman of the Harvard University's China Fund. We're going to go inside and listen to his speech, and if we're really lucky, we might be able to ask him some questions at the end.
You know, Sun Dongshan, he wrote many very influential works, but I think his most enduringly influential book is that book. If you go to Sun Yat-sen's house in Shanghai, in the French concession, you can see his outline of a map of the Chinese railway network, and you can put on top of it an outline of today's railway network, and you would remark how similar these two plans are. But that has changed today, and building of roads, building of infrastructure is an enormously positive development for the enrichment of the Chinese people. That is the future that China has grasped more directly than many other countries.
So we're here at the main stage of the Beijing Olympic Games. So after the 2008 Olympic Games, China became Australia's biggest business partner. The bilateral trade volume in 2016 reached 155 billion Australian dollars, which is just phenomenal. That's more than Australian and American and Australian and Japanese trade combined for that year. Achieving such a good trade relationship is clearly a very appealing prospect to other developing countries.
I think it's been the most successful revolution in 100 years of human history. There's no revolution that's been that successful.
I think for many developing countries, the experience of China has been very important because it has shown that there are routes to modernization using foreign direct investment in careful and planned ways, by using training people, educating people, building capacity in the economy, and also having a clear path or direction for growth, which is very valuable for other economies seeking to modernize.
From November 30th to December the 3rd in 2017, an important meeting was held in Beijing. It was the Communist Party of China in dialogue with the World Political Party's high-level meeting. This meeting attracted more than 300 leaders of foreign parties and political organizations from more than 120 countries across the world.
En los últimos 40 años, la transformación que ha vivido el país es realmente espectacular. El Congreso teorizó las respuestas a esta fase decisiva del proceso de modernización de China que debe culminar a mediados de este siglo, ¿no? Pero al mismo tiempo ha planteado una invitación al conjunto de la sociedad mundial para establecer los nuevos principios de ese nuevo tiempo común, de ese nuevo tiempo compartido que también se inicia para todos.
China's development strategies have grown with but also unique from the Western world. So based on this, China has made exciting new plans for the 19th CPC National Conference for the future of the country. As Australian newspapers put it in October last year, this national conference is the most important political gathering for Australia and the rest of the world this year.